Hello everybody, Supercar Tournaments here with another Matchbox showcase. Today we are talking Matchbox basics. We're talking end of 2025, beginning of 2026. In front of you, you see the highlights from Mix 12 of Matchbox basics in 2025 and the highlights from Mix A of 2026 Matchbox basics. I did not buy the cases for these. I was lucky enough to find them in stores. So I bought what I thought was most interesting and what I want in my collection, and we will talk about it here today. I may be missing some of your favorites. If I am, let me know in the comments down below. There's plenty of awesome stuff in these cases that I had to leave on the pegs. Hate to do it, but there's only so much space in the collection, and I am going to pick what I like the best. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about these 7 cars to round out the 2025 year and kick us off into 2026. We begin with a collector favorite and one of my all-time favorite Matchbox models. The BMW 1M makes its triumphant return to the basic range to close out 2025 in white with black 5 spokes. It has been a while since we have seen this thing in basics. It debuted in a beautiful orange. That is still the best release. It has been in red. It has been in blue. It then was in 10 packs in silver, and now we see it in this beautiful white color, letting it go around on the turntable. Lovely to see headlights, the BMW 1M logo on the license plate and the BMW badge, I should say. On the rear, more badging, the M badging as well. BMW 1M again on the license plate. This thing looks so clean. That orange version is fantastic. The blue version I really, really like, but we have needed just a plain white, very sporty looking version for a while, and we have it here. The blacked out wheels are a fantastic choice, putting the emphasis on the car and its very unique coupe silhouette here. Absolutely love it. Fantastic execution from the Matchbox team. Very glad to see this one back in the lineup. This is a must-have casting, and this is a must-have release of it. Top 3 by far when it comes to the BMW 1M. All right, 1968 Ford Mustang Fastback. We get plenty of classic muscle from the Matchbox brand, and this is one of those castings that is just very, very good. I believe it might be retooled. I'm not positive. If you know it's been recently retooled, let me know in the comments below. My friends at The Gathering were, I believe, mentioning that this was retooled when we talked about it there this year in August, and they know much more about me than how the castings changed and all that, so when I have questions, I typically ask them. As we let it go around the turntable, you can see why this one is an instant addition to the collection. This version in particular, very well executed. First of all, the tri-spoke wheels. One of the reasons classic muscle cars look so good in the Matchbox line is because of that tri-spoke wheel. It is fantastic. Then, look at the chrome bumpering. Doing this on a basic model that is only 4 pieces is incredible. That is part of the interior. You can see the seats are chrome, and they've extended it to the rear, to the front to give it that bumper look. Just looks so clean and so sweet. It's fantastic. On the side, you can see some Mustang lettering. We get some fantastic white stripes. The only complaint, no rear badging and taillights, and no headlights and front badging. Can you imagine if on the rear we got those signature Mustang taillights? God, it would look so much better. It's just missing that splash of red. And then on the front, if we get a fully detailed grille there, it would look insane. But that's being a little bit picky because the rest of this car looks so, so good. It is a great release. It is headlights and taillights away from a fantastic release. Unfortunately, though, with the VUM, sometimes you have to cut costs elsewhere. VUM that does that chrome styling is very expensive. And in a dollar model, sometimes you're going to lose out on details. That's the reality of the situation. All right, what we have remaining, I believe, are all new models. Only 3 of the 5 castings are labeled as new models, but I know for sure 4 of the 5 are. One of them, I believe, also is, but I'm not entirely sure. The one that I'm not entirely sure on, I should have done my research before the video, the 2024 Range Rover PHEV. I'm 99% sure this is a new model, but for whatever reason, it doesn't have it there. The reasoning, it might be an international card. I don't know if the international cards get new model badges on them. Anyways, 2024 Range Rover PHEV. This thing is in a beautiful color. I mean, truly, truly in a stunning, stunning color here. Taking a look at it on the turntable, I mean, this gold, look, Range Rover, it is, you know, it is the peak of luxury for many. There's a reason they are sought after by the wealthy, by the elites, and they drive them everywhere. They look great. They have fantastic colors, and Matchbox has matched that here. This looks like true class. The 10-spoke wheels, very, very good choice for this casting. Exactly what it needs. The front grille, I mean, just fantastic badge or decoing there. Very, very detailed. That is something that could so easily get messed up. And the fact that it looks so clean, it is so clean, is truly incredible. No taillights on the rear. That is a bit of a disappointment. Leaves you wanting a little bit more. It just looks a little bit empty. You can see there, it's not perfect. Not having taillights, not having a license plate are unfortunate. They leave off the taillights instead to give us some tampoing on the side. You can see we get kind of some silver markings here on the front door. Not entirely sure what those are for. We get a little bit of on the rear. Personally, I'd much rather have that rear badging and those rear taillights and license plate than I would the side stuff. The stuff on the side, if it was missing, I wouldn't notice as easily as I do the stuff on the rear. Leaves me wanting a little bit more. It's a great casting. It's well executed, but you wish you had more, and we'll take a look through that sunroof. Or moonroof, I guess, whatever they technically call these things nowadays. Fully translucent there to see into that fantastic interior. So, great execution, great silhouette, but I want more in terms of, or great casting, want more in terms of the execution, I would say. All right, next up, one I have been very, very excited for, the 2024 Subaru WRX STI. I know some of you may have seen these for a while now. I think they've been out in stores for almost a month. I did not find them until very recently, though. Everything it hit at once in this area, and once I found one or two, all of a sudden I found like 20. So letting the Subaru go around on the turntable. First thing, look, the stance is very aggressive. It looks very, very proper. I really like how this thing has turned out. Now, the new WRX, the current generation, is not the most aggressive looking of the WRX generations. There are older ones that look incredibly awesome, and they should totally go do. It's crazy. This is the first WRX we've gotten from Matchbox. It makes too much sense. Who said that? Anyways, for this casting, it is just, it's so good. It sits so low. It sits so aggressively. I really think they captured the essence of this car very, very well. I like on the hood that you can still see that hood scoop. A lot of those details, when you get scaled down, are hard to come across. You can still see that indentation. You can still see those lines. That is lovely. Also talking about the front end, the badging, the grille looks fantastic. Love to see the headlights. Love to see side mirrors on this one. We don't always get that with Matchbox. We do here. Love to see those. And then on the rear, some beautiful taillights, some beautiful Subaru badging. And then you get a... Oh, wow. Look, it says 3ULIT5R on the license plate. If you translate the numbers to the letter they correspond with in the alphabet, that says see you later. That is an awesome, awesome little detail. Lovely to see that on the license plate. Look, Matchbox sometimes will do basic, just generic stock logos of whatever company the car is on the license plate. I love it when they have fun. Of course, that is up to the licensor to approve that, so that is lovely to see that they've done it on this casting. Very, very cool. I'm in love with this thing. I'm in love with this thing. I may buy every version of it I see. This thing is so cool. It sits so well. The opening color, it's the quintessential Subaru blue. Some fun details on it. Yeah, this thing, slam dunk for sure. Might be one of my favorite basics of the year. That is so, so good. All right, let's keep on rolling. This was also a 2025 new model. The last of the 2025 new models before we get into 2026 new models. This is the 2023 Nissan Arya pole-to-pole. Now, we've seen the Arya before from Matchbox in moving parts. That version tends to peg warm because I don't know a lot of people who want a Nissan electric SUV in real life, much less a toy car version. But this one is a lot cooler. It is a lot smaller in size because it's a basic versus a moving part. But this is an actual car that exists in real life and is driving across Antarctica, I believe. That is exactly what it looks like. And it's very cool. Now, this is going to be a one-off for me. once you do the actual version of the car that's driving to Antarctica, you're not going to be it. Everything else is going to be generic, and I'm not going to like it as much in the decos they put it in. I know that. But to have this one version, I am really, really excited about, because they have nailed the deco. It looks exactly like the car. You get some very cool logoing, and you get a very cool die-cast model. Hot Wheels tends to do, get all the cool projects. For Matchbox to go out and do something as unique as this, that represent an actual project that's being worked on in the automotive world, is very cool. Love to see that. And just beautiful detailing all the way around. Love the way that the fenders extend out. They've used the base to go ahead and do that. You get even the roof rack. They go ahead and capture here, putting it on. The tough part about the Arya, this whole top is see-through on the actual car. It's all window. So to add the roof rack, you have to make it see-through as well. But still getting that detail here is very, very nice. And yeah, this is just a really fun car. This is a really fun casting. I love it when Matchbox has fun. We all love Matchbox for being stock and road going, but they do some really cool, unique stuff from time to time. And when they do it, they tend to do it very well. This is one of those examples. And the fact that it is a licensed real-life car is even better. Big fan of this one. It looks absolutely great. All right, last two. We're going JDM to start 2026 here from the Matchbox team. We begin with the 1993 Toyota Celica in red. Beautiful, beautiful car. Beautiful, beautiful color here. Let's pop it out of the package. There's your new for 2026 badging, if you were wondering. Opening up the car. First of all, lovely color palette. Red color, white wheels. It looks fantastic. It reminds me, if you guys have seen the TikTok series where the guy is building the Acura Integra right now, it's red with white wheels. It looks very similar to this in terms of that color palette. Obviously, different car, but talking about this release itself, taillights, headlights, that's exactly what you want. We get a beautiful stock version to start out in a fantastic color, very exciting color. There's nothing worse than an exciting car like this, an exciting Japanese sports car that debuts in a boring color, that debuts in gray. I hate it when Matchbox or Hot Wheels or any brand in particular does that. Give us something exciting. The red, white wheels absolutely pops. Love to see side mirrors on the doors there. That is fantastic. You even get a rear windshield wiper on that rear window. That is very, very cool. And again, love to see that the hood scoop is there, that you can see the intake for the engine. That is a nice little detail. Those can be tough to do in 164, and it is very well captured here. That is a great debut for that car. It's hard to imagine it will look better. That is the one downside. When they nail it on the first try, you're like, how can it get better? But then when it is better, you're like, oh my God, now I have two great versions. Anyways, very excited about that one. All right, this one has probably had the most hype about it. This is the new Civic, the 2024 Honda Civic Type R. This is the new Civic generation. And speaking of exciting colors, how about this electric blue? This thing looks fantastic. Fortunately, the one I found has the blister cracking. Not much you can do about that. But interesting choice. You debut a Type R. You do not go with the signature white color that they all debut in when they are revealed. Instead, we do something much more interesting. But one nice detail from Matchbox, you do get the red interior. Of course, the Type Rs are known for those red seats that they have. That is what defines the Type R segment for Honda. And doing that here with interior is nice attention to detail. The color here, the blue, fantastic. I talked about exciting colors. This is how you do it. The electric blue is great. The blacked out 10 spokes are very, very good. Like those a lot. Love the rear, love the headlights, love the rear tail lights, and the Type R badging on the license plate. I have one minor complaint, and that is I think the wheels are slightly too big, and this is something Matchbox has talked about. In their 2026, they're going to be debuting a smaller wheel for cars that need it. I think this Type R needs it. For whatever reason, it just feels like the wheels, they're a little too big. They make the car look a little bit cartoonish, and I think if we get those wheels that are a size down, this casting is going to look fantastic. It looks really, really good right now, but it sits just a little bit funky because of those wheels. You go a size down, I think it's going to look perfect. Anyways, that's all for now. That's the end of 2025, beginning of 2026. I hope to return with basic case unboxing soon. It just worked out that I found these first before I got them at hobby retailers. The Type R is great. The Celica is really, really good. The Arya, look, this is the only version I'm going to get, but it is very, very cool. The Range Rover, a little bit to be desired on my end. The BMW 1M, I mean, it's one of my favorites. That's a top 3 release all time. And the Mustang is good. But the highlight, the one that stole the show for me, it's the Subaru WRX. This one is a must-have. If you see it in stores, do yourself a favor. Spend the $1.25 that it costs to pick it up. That's all for now. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all later. Peace.